Ready?
No.
Go.
So how are you?
I'm pretty good.
I did the intro in my head.
Oh, good. Yeah, everybody.
So, yeah.
You really spent the time. I think that
Yeah.
everybody liked.
They're gonna hear it.
They'll hear it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They just know at this point because it is a unique intro and how stupid and complicated it is.
Yeah, it's very complex.
My brain, as soon as I
Welcome back to the Cade and Joaquin
cool.
Talking to You podcast. Week 20.
Week 20, episode 20. Woo!
We're back.
We're back.
Get
Get your hand on that motherfucking skip button because I'm about to spoil some shit for the movie Nope and for the movie The Great Race. This is something I've been waiting to talk to you about since last night. Just keep hit. We'll tell you when this is over, everybody. Just keep hitting skip until we're not talking about this anymore.
No, just when you're editing, just put the time marker when it ends.
That's only for the video. We are literally a podcast that also goes out on
those guys
multiple
can
audio.
suck it.
Figure it out.
For the video people,
You get special treatment. In Nope, there is that monkey who murders that entire film set. Last night,
not the entire.
Well, I'm just using broad strokes. Last night I watched a film called The Great Race. Fantastic picture. Blake Edwards, it's great. They had a polar bear on the set. A real, actual polar bear. Walking around, it interacted with Jack Lemmon.
There's no way it just walked around.
It walked around, and then it gets in a car, and Jack Lemmon is like, holy shit, there's a fucking polar bear in my car. I was watching this, and I was like, there's absolutely no goddamn way that they said, yeah, this'll be safe. Polar bear. Even in 65, where they're like, we don't really know.
Well, 65, there were some. You kind of do whatever the fuck you want back then. We're gonna be honest.
But also, dude, it's a polar bear.
Polar bears aren't they one of the most vicious species of bear?
I don't know. That could be true.
I'm looking it up now. I'm curious about that now.
Since a monkey in Nope was like, hey, I'm gonna kill these guys, and is efficient, imagine if a fucking polar bear lost its shit. That's a polar bear.
Kill the grizzly is apparently the most
That makes sense. You can't control that creature.
No.
That creature's gonna do what it wants to do.
No,
when
polar
it
bear's
wants
number
to do
one.
it. Oh, really?
Yep.
I feel like it's just that it's less documented since they're only in one place.
Only 5 feet tall when they're standing on their hind legs at most.
What? That can't be
3.5 to 5 feet tall and standing on all fours. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's incredibly different.
But
That's
when
an
they
enormous
stretch out, they can be
creature.
more than 10 feet. They weigh an average of 1,000 pounds.
That's the scariest. It's so big.
They're not afraid of any animal.
Yeah.
It says that in bold.
Good.
They will eat most of them in one bite.
Most of anything? Okay.
Most species of bears are afraid of humans, but polar bears are not. They hunt
Great.
humans.
I'm so glad that they let beloved actor Jack Lemmon sit in a car with a polar bear then.
Look up, dude.
It's an enormous...
This motherfucker is mad. Hold up. This man is giving a stank face to the camera. Look at this!
That's an upset polar bear. Will you send that to me?
Yeah. Dude, that dude is mad.
I've never known a creature to grimace like that. For those who are listening, imagine the angriest face you've ever seen.
Not angriest. It's more like, imagine LeBron James throwing a dunk down and the face he makes afterwards, like the one lip going up, like that on an animal.
Do you think that our podcast has a lot of sports crossover?
Sorry, why am I so crooked? Look at the camera. It is straight up crooked.
I don't know.
Can you fix that in post or?
Yeah, a little bit.
Can you just go like, eep? I can do an Apple. I feel like you do it in, $100 software
Apple?
on Apple. Like on the Apple software.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
I feel like, I was about to say, you feel like you can do that on like a $200 software.
It's not $200.
Subscription wise though, over time, probably after like 2 months.
Yeah, after...
Because it's what? It's $25 a month?
It's 50.
Yeah, so 2 months.
Yeah. Nope, that's 4 months.
4 months.
50 plus 50 is 200 now. Everybody correct that.
I'm an English
textbooks.
major. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't study math.
You don't know the word applicable.
No, because no one uses that word. Also, I'm not an English major where I write books. I'm an English major where I just literally write about topics. Very different types of literature. I was told this is a different type of literature than writing
it's a very different type of
books.
literature, but still applicable is an incredibly applicable word. You should ask your English teacher about that. Like your
What?
Applicable.
Ask him about what, though?
Ask how common that word is.
Well, apparently it's in the top 1%.
Yes, we're done. We're moving on again. I'll take the blame. I started that down the fucking rabbit hole. I shouldn't have taken us there.
I wonder what the science behind doing a wheelie is.
Like on what? On what vehicle? Because I think it's totally
a dirt bike.
Okay, I was thinking skateboard instantly because that would be super.
That's so easy. You just balance on the back wheels.
Yeah, it's the same on a dirt bike.
No, but yet then with dirt bike you actually have the force of revving it. Whole different thing.
Yeah, even a bike is different from a dirt bike.
I don't understand how revving it makes it. Well, I guess if you lean back, you rev it.
Yeah, it's leaning back
But I don't get it because
is it powered by the front wheel or the back
only
wheel?
The rear,
okay,
rear
that makes
wheel
sense.
spins.
Yeah, because then, that's hard.
You see what I mean?
Because it's kind of unicycle rules.
No,
like if you balance,
unicycle is supposed to be straight, but with a wheelie supposed to be leaning.
Yeah,
because you have the front still.
If you made a motorized unicycle, which we should,
there is those.
There's motorized unicycles.
There's like the mono wheel.
What is that?
It's like a one wheel. Like you literally have.
I like a one wheel.
It's one wheel and you stand on your side and it's motorized.
But you don't sit.
No, you stand.
Is there a sitting one?
Probably not, because I think that'd be harder to do. Mm-hmm. Because you have to lean. We're leaning on a seat.
That's why I'm saying that we need to get that into R&D.
I don't want to do that one.
We need to get it into R&D.
I don't want to do that one.
Cade and Joaquin Industries. We got a whole division in New York who will be pumping those out.
A whole R&D department.
Yeah,
it's like 3 dudes.
But they're not us.
No,
they're just guys we find.
Yeah, on the side of the street. I can't get out of my head the Jewish call for help commercial I heard on Spotify.
Talk about that. Please talk about that.
So I was driving over to my friend's house. I was listening to this podcast. It was pretty lighthearted. It was funny, right? I'm like, all right, guys, have a good one, because it was over. No more to talk about, right? And all of a sudden, in a very serious voice, I just hear, "Help Jews." There are starving Jews all around the world that are in desperate need of food, with a minimum donation of $25.
It's such a specific cause.
Yeah.
Hungry Jews.
Huh?
What
about human trafficking?
Or just hunger in general.
Let me see if I can find that.
I just don't. Hey, by the way, this company, if you want to sponsor the Cade and Joaquin podcast, we are. Why?
I don't want to. I don't want to do that.
I want to help the Jews.
You think it's Spotify Cade, not the Cade and Joaquin.
As a Jewish person, I want to help my community. For some reason, I thought you were about to start talking about They Might Be Giants, which is one of Poppy's favorite bands. Do you not know They Might Be Giants? They sing Istanbul, Not Constantinople.
I know the song.
And they sang the intro for Malcolm in the Middle, which is a weird.
I think I watched 4 episodes of Malcolm in the Middle my whole life.
What? Yeah. Malcolm in the Middle is so good.
I didn't watch when those shows were coming out. I wasn't watching TV.
I didn't watch it when it came out. I only
watched cartoons when I was that age.
Yeah, I didn't. I watched
cartoons,
it later.
Full House, and George Lopez show.
That's a weird.
I also hate.
Okay.
How that's titled for some reason.
The George Lopez show?
It's too much.
It's too many words.
The George Lopez show. That just feels
coming
weird.
from someone who co-hosts a podcast called Cade and Joaquin Talk at You.
That's fine though. But the George Lopez show, just be like George Lopez. Or the Lopez show. Or George.
Just
George's show.
George show.
Anything else. But the George Lopez show just doesn't roll off the tongue. Like Cade and Joaquin Talk at You rolls off easier.
It's pretty good.
The George Lopez show, the transition
Lopez
from
show.
Lopez to show.
I was talking about this earlier, but about Where's Waldo? Because in England, it's called Where's Wally? I think that sounds much better. I just learned this.
Waldo. I think Waldo is more unique, though.
It's more unique, but with Waldo, you got a hard whiplash when you hit that Aldo. With Where's Wally, it sounds very silky smooth.
Yeah, but Wally's a common name, so it's not as special. But Waldo is
Name one person you know named Wally.
Wally West.
That not a fictional
one person
character.
I know.
Don't name another fictional character. Name a human being that you historical figure.
Fuck. Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Old basketball player.
Okay.
Wally Coyote.
Wally.
Wally. See what I mean? There's Wally West, Wally, Wally Coyote.
It's not Wild.
Wally from Pokemon. There's one Waldo.
There's Waldafett from Pokemon. Who's that guy?
Wobbuffet.
What?
Wobbuffet.
Wobbuffet?
Wobbuffet.
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 That's even worse.
He goes, Wobbuffet. This reminds me of what I want to talk about, dude.
Okay.
Sorry. I think we're going to go into a really big nationalism war in the next couple of years. People are going to hate each other of other countries very soon, I feel like. More than usual. Because for a couple of years, we've been like, yeah, you're from UK. Oh, okay, that's cool. Oh, you're from... Okay, that's cool. I don't know what the fuck is going on social media.
Okay.
But, people are really taking sides of their own country now. I have, a pettiness thing.
I've never seen this.
Because you're not on social media, Cade.
I'm on Twitter all the time.
Yeah, Twitter, but not TikTok. Where it's
I'm not on TikTok.
People making, vile videos about other countries.
On TikTok, people are also I just caught a fairy, and now I'm going to
There's very different things of TikTok. Don't get me wrong, but there's, a very large growing subset of TikTok right now, where the people from their own countries are just bashing other countries.
They're just being
hard. Like, they're going deep in some shit. And I was like, why are we so angry? Like, what is going on?
I think we should all just realize everywhere kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And we'll just unify as a people.
It's such a strong sense of nationalism going on, and I don't understand why, and it's kind of freaking me out.
Let me just say this, Joaquin. Also, you swang into this conversation like you had a fucking barbed wire baseball bat, and immediately I was like, I am so scared of where this is going.
No, I just don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, it seems confusing. Fuck! How is my camera already on 1%? Give me 1 second.
Good camera gang. What'd you just do?
I plugged in a backup battery.
You didn't do that initially? Like, already?
Well, I didn't know if this one had enough charge.
I think this battery is just fucked.
Well, the charger
Which
also
one is the
sucks.
older camera? Which one have you had longer? They're exactly the same, so it became impossible to tell.
There's literally
tell.
no way to know.
Going on the footage on one of them.
Nope.
Did you wipe them clean?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because I have to always... I'm using the same SD cards. I love that these cameras say that they capture in 4K. They don't. If anything, they capture in 720p. and I'm always like, why would you... It's just false advertising. They weren't great for this podcast, where you just kind of need to see us. But they suck as cameras. They record in 10-minute intervals, and then it's not an immediate switch over. It's not like, oh, hey, one stopped, one begins. It's stop. Here's the next one.
So have you ever had a moment where we're talking and it cuts midway through a conversation?
To another person. Well, luckily they suck. So one will stop and the other will keep going.
Oh, so you
but
can
one
balance
of
it
us
easier.
will make a point, and it'll be like, oh yeah, and this is why I fully endorse cantaloupe as the national fruit of America.
I hate cantaloupe.
And then just an example.
I'm just saying. I just hate cantaloupe.
And then in the middle, it'll, like, as soon as you hit cantaloupe, it cuts to the other person, and you're like, why is Joaquin talking about this?
See, I've noticed you do that in some episodes. I'm like, I guess you're just making us feel included in it.
I also do it a lot, specifically when we talk. Pacific and Northwest. Mm-hmm. Because when we're talking, there'll be if there's a pause, I cut to the other person so I can cut out that pause.
But that's fair. I mean,
Insider
I get that. That makes
insights.
sense. Insider insights. That's insider information.
What? Why is that different? How is that any different?
Insider insights just sounds weird.
It's a good alliteration. Why? It's double in.
Huh?
It's in both holes.
All right. I guess we know what Cade likes to do in his free time.
I like to stick
hacky
forks
sack.
in outfits. Fuck. I like to... Fuck.
It's okay. Just let it die.
Fuck.
Just let it die. Just let it die.
I failed everyone. Fuck. What's... I don't know. I'm on caffeine. I'm so tired.
Are you? Did you go
Yeah.
to sleep last night?
I did, but I'm perpetually tired right now. I have not recovered from when we made that movie. When we made Immortal like a month ago, I'm still tired.
A month ago, Cade?
Was that less than? Yeah, it was a month ago.
No, dog. I think when we made the movie, it was like 2, almost 3. Editing it probably took you up to almost a month ago.
Yeah, I'm just still tired. What you look very. Go check out Immortality, by the way. It's a no. I'm talking about it. It's a brilliant film. A lot of people worked very hard on it. It's great. Please watch it. Also, this cup's from a gas station, and it's fantastic. Wawa, fucking get near me. Come to the North Carolina area.
I drove past the first 7-Eleven in North Carolina.
We have those now?
A one.
There's just one?
Just one. Literally, it's such a big deal that I was getting ads on Spotify for it. Like, welcome to your first 7-Eleven, North Carolina. Opening up on Blank Road, which is wrong.
Road.
I don't give a fuck. They can find where I live. And Blank Boulevard, I guess.
Great.
Be safe. I'll fight someone.
Good. I'm glad that...
It came out a month ago, but I think it's almost 2, like soon. How many views that's at right now?
673.
Yep.
I checked earlier. I'm really proud of that. I'm so happy that it's almost at 700 views. That's crazy to me. Thank you all for watching that movie. Keep watching it.
Man, Parade Float took so much more work.
Parade Float. I don't think Parade Float took more work. I think that Parade Float is just bigger.
Parade Float felt like a lot more work.
Parade Float felt like a lot, but also
a lot more work.
Parade Float. So let's break this down. Immortality shorter, and we knew what we were doing. Parade Float, we were still finding our footing.
Don't say a we.
I didn't know what you were doing. Okay.
I knew what I was doing for my guy.
That means we knew what we were doing. Us on this couch.
And Parade Float.
Immortality.
But you said Parade Float, we didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah.
Immortality, we did know what we were doing.
Correct.
I was saying Parade Float, I was chilling.
Okay, for parade float, here's what I've discovered. Parade float was a lot of learning for me.
What a dick thing for me to say.
I mean, you're right. I was still kind of getting my footing as a director.
Yeah.
But I got a lot of it on parade float. Like, by the end of parade float, I think I was a much better director than at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this. I firmly believe I had a really good grasp on playing Carl Vinneman. Did I say grasp? Something's fucked up with me today.
Okay.
I think
Say the alphabet backwards.
Oh my God. When you can do that, you know you've been pulled over too many times.
Really?
Yeah.
I was being asked that in like elementary school.
By who?
Kids.
I thought
teachers.
you get pulled over by cops all the time.
No.
You were on your big wheel and they were like, roll it down.
Never had a big wheel.
I always wanted one.
Always wanted one.
There was one I remember when we were kids that would like, you could do something and then it would drift.
Yep.
That one
They
was
still have those.
cool.
They advanced those now.
Dude.
There's like a little thing you pull.
What?
You know, like a handbrake.
Oh my God, we need to get
Yeah,
these. We need to make a video about
those
these.
are crazy.
We could do a race.
I would smoke you.
No, I got good legs.
I'm also heavier, so it would be a little bit harder for me.
Yeah, I think that you have...
I'm very confident that I would smoke you, but we'll see. They're expensive, though.
Are they really?
Yeah, I mean, they're like pretty big things. Like,
well, when this show gets like a Patreon or something so we can make some money off of this.
we can make a Patreon whenever.
We could. Just pay us money to listen to our podcast. You won't get it a day early. You
won't. You'll get it at the same time.
You get it at the same time because
there is literally no benefit. Just give us money. No benefit for you.
We can figure something out. The thing is,
we'll send you a sticker.
That would cost. We'll figure it out.
We'll make the stickers.
We'll make the stickers. I would love to have merchandise for this show.
The stickers like this big.
The tiny
little round one.
It's like we could make dude. Can we make stamps? Could we have Cade and Joaquin stamps? I want that.
Imagine just getting a piece of mail and the stamp on it is just like one of our faces, but it's like really fucked up.
It's really, it's just the eyes and the mouth area. I want that really. Can you make your own stamps? Do they have to be ordained by someone?
There's a fucking priest whose only purpose is like the Father, the Son,
may send
the
this
Holy
mail
Spirit
to Oregon.
The U.S. mail system. I now ordain this stamp as legal.
As a federal agent, I say that this small package can now go to Malaysia. Is there a process though? Can you just make? I got Batman stamps over there.
Let me see.
Dude, if we could get dude, I would sell those in a heartbeat. Dude, I would fucking love Cade and Joaquin stamps.
You make.
You think it's gonna bring up like a
United States Post Office allows you to make custom postage stamps from your own photos, but you must use one of the organization's approved third-party vendors.
Can we sell them? Is that illegal? I don't.
Maybe.
It feels like a gray area because we're making them, but then a third.
We'll ask our lawyers to look into it.
Yeah, we'll get someone to look into it, and then we will sell you stamps.
That's what you get for Patreon. Stamps.
Yeah.
Stamps.
That's tier 1. Tier 2 will be the sticker.
Tier 2. You okay?
I'm not today.
How much sleep did you get last night?
A lot.
Like too much?
I went to sleep at midnight and I woke up at 8, but then I just kept staying in bed.
You're just having one of those days.
I'm just off. I think I'm jittery. This was Tai Chi. This beverage was a chai tea. A chai tea.
I don't think there's caffeine in chai. I don't think there is.
This caffeinated.
I honestly don't know.
It got me, guy.
Is there?
I'm having a great time, though. Let me tell you what. I'm having a blast with whatever's happening.
26 milligrams.
That's
for an 8 ounce.
Yeah, and this is 16 ounces.
27.
Yeah. Is that a lot? Is that a little? How much caffeine is that?
Let's look at how much caffeine you should ingest in a single day.
Probably a lot.
How much?
You could do a lot. I feel like coffee is a lot more like soda.
400 milligrams. So you had not even
I had not even like 10%.
You just don't ingest it usually, so it's just like wires you.
I really want stamps, Joaquin. I'll be honest. I want it bad.
Well, so what would tier 2 be?
Sticker. And
tier 3?
Maybe like a shirt?
No, that's a lot for tier 3.
That's a lot for tier 3.
How many tiers? There's like 5 tiers?
You can make as many as you want.
Let's do 5.
Okay.
So then tier 3, it's got to be a little bit of a step up. What if it's like
stickers and stamps?
What if it's like a car sticker?
Is that different from a regular sticker?
Like normal stickers, like one like that'd be more like weather resistant.
Oh, okay.
But they're bigger.
Yeah.
So like both our faces.
You want people driving around with both of our faces on their car?
It'd be funny.
We should have tier 4 just be a Blu-ray copy of Jurassic Park.
Well, I was thinking tier 4 would be the shirt.
Okay.
And tier 5, hear me out. OnlyFans.
Tier 5, you get naked pictures of both of our butts, but it'll never be captioned, and you're just gonna
just a butt.
You just butt.
You gotta figure out whose butt it is.
Whose butt is this?
It'll be pretty easy to figure out whose butt it is.
Yeah, mine is white, and yours is
hair.
I have a pretty hairy butt, I think.
Comparatively?
Yeah, yours is hair.
They will know.
Yeah, they'll know. Figure it out.
Scary.
Anyway, I'm gonna lose my mind if we get stamps. I would love that so much. I don't send any mail, but I will start.
Just random things.
I'll sign up to like help Biden do something. And I'll put my stamps on it.
I love you were a president and like your official.
If I was the president,
yeah, your official like presidential stamp. If you sent stamp, I don't know if the president sends emails. We'll say he sends letters though.
Like the chick kind of stamp where it's like ink.
Sure, that's what I was thinking we were talking about initially.
Not postage
stamp. Then you said like mail, and I was like, okay. I thought you meant like you buy like.
I also want that.
That's what I thought. I'm down for that because that'd be hilarious.
If we just and then there's the official sign.
Oh, one of our faces.
Great. Oh, and it could be like one of those pens where you can click. Can you make? I don't know if that's a thing. We'll talk to some engineers.
Yeah, it's like a NASA.
We'll go right
to
NASA.
To NASA.
Something I would absolutely love to do is be placed in front of an audience who wants to ask a lot of questions about a subject I know nothing about, and have to field the questions with no expert. It's just me.
You're like a TED Talk.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't have a plan. I'm just kind of here to like.
No, not a TED. I want the questions. I want like an astrophysics department at a college to invite me to speak in front of all of them. I'm gonna have a whiteboard up there too, but the whiteboard will not be facing them. It's just for me, and I'll write on there. So I'm like, I don't fucking know what's going on, and I want to field as many questions as possible, and just like confidence.
Dude, I'd pay. That's something we gotta do.
Do you think I bet we could do that.
We can definitely like gaslight a college into thinking you were like some highly decorated astrophysicist. Create a whole fake portfolio for you.
I even just think that if we went to someone and like we want to make a documentary,
it'd be better if they think you were smart.
Yeah,
because then we can film the whole like reaction from everybody. All that.
I think here's what we do: we sell it to the college as a like
delete this footage.
Delete this
because they'll find this.
Oh, they'll find no. Here's what I'm saying: we sell to the college. This is our idea. We want to do it like this. And this college gotta have a good fucking sense of humor. We can't go to like Ohio College. I don't know where.
I want to go to like Yale.
Yeah, I want to go to some. Do you think? I think
Boston College.
Would Yale
Harvard,
let us do it?
I want to go somewhere serious.
And we're just like we're making a documentary, it's Borat-esque, and then we just film me. But then we trick the students into thinking I'm like some savant, like a young savant.
I want administration upset.
Well, I think that if we got the administration, we have to.
Only the dean can be okay with it.
I can be good
Everyone
with that.
else doesn't
Everyone
know.
else doesn't need to know, but if we can, because we need to coordinate
If
it.
we can convince the dean of Harvard University, one of the, not convincing you're a genius, convincing what the plan is.
Yeah.
And only he's in it.
That's so funny.
Then we should do it.
Yeah. I want to wear those I want to wear shoulder pads. Those are a sign of intelligence.
Okay.
I want to dress like an 80s businesswoman. Like,
all beige.
All beige. I'm coming in the workplace. I want a neon blue shirt though and really high pants. My uncle fucking loves sheets.
I love sheets.
I have no opinion on sheets.
I love sheets, dude. Sheets is fantastic.
The only thing I've ever purchased from a sheets was Fruit Loop straws, and they were good. But that's also not made by Sheets.
Yeah, that's why I like Sheets. They have everything there.
My mind.
They have everything in Sheets.
Can I buy a roller coaster?
Maybe find the right sheets.
Oh my god, there should be one like a Mall of America Sheets that has a roller, but it's not connected to the Mall. It's just a Sheets with a roller coaster. They just find one and they refurbish it.
Like inside or outside?
It can start inside, but I think that it should go outside for fun.
That's part of the drive-through.
Yeah, but they got really tall trees, and you're always like, why can't we see this whole Sheets? And then it's like, oh, they're hiding a roller coaster.
It's like one of those fake trees, like cellular towers.
Yeah, the ones that's way too tall.
Cellular towers. Wow.
Yeah, you're using big words I'm not able to speak.
You know what? I think Australians call cantaloupe.
No.
Rock melon.
Great.
Don't know where that came from.
More power to them.
I don't know where that came from.
I saw a thing the other day that said that the least good partners come from New Zealand, and I don't remember why.
Really?
Yeah. It was just like, oh, where do you think the best partners come from? And they're like, I don't know, what's the least best? And then it was like New Zealand, and I was like, they seem...
So I was like, I don't know where the best one's from.
But
where's the worst? New Zealand.
Fuck New Zealand.
Fuck New Zealand. I would marry someone from New Zealand.
They seem wonderful. Have you seen... There's one fucking photo of not the Olsen twins, the Sprouse Brothers, Dylan and Cole Sprouse, where it said
Hit show iCarly. Yep,
that's what they were on. You really got yourself with that one.
No, I literally didn't mean to say iCarly.
You didn't mean?
That's why I
okay.
I meant to say Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
The photo said it was a picture of the two of them now, and it said the Sprouse Brothers look like a lesbian and her very supportive father.
Who's who?
I don't know. They're the twins.
Well, which one is like the lesbian? Which one's the very supportive father?
I don't know. They're twins. One of
you got a half pipe in your fucking neck right now because your collarbone. No, right here.
What? Oh yeah, I got deep craters. You don't like touching that?
That was weird.
I love touching those. You look like you're You look like you're about to be sick. You look like you
gross,
feel
man.
ill.
Something I thought was interesting.
That sorry, I don't know why I said it. Like I was just like, I need to try something. I need to mix it up.
That I don't think it was inspired by either of you. You guys just both like it. How much you and Audrey like being pale? Like you prefer being that way. I thought it was funny how like you both like that. It wasn't like someone said it and you're like, oh yeah, I like that. It was just happened that way.
Yeah,
it's so funny. I don't know why.
I don't know why we both like to be pale either. It would be interesting to learn.
She just
I think that
she said vampire life.
I think that Audrey, it also really fits with her style.
Yeah.
For me, I like being pale.
You're like naturally red though in your face, so you're not really pale. You don't have that red hue. She's pale.
Porcelain.
Yeah. It's impressive.
It's real. I remember. Like over the summer, she went on multiple like beach and lake trips. Never an ounce of sun,
and that's impressive.
Yeah,
that's a skill.
She must have been using that 100 SPF sunscreen.
Dude, 200 SPF.
Dude,
she made her own sunscreen.
She had a cauldron and was just like Newt of Eye of Newt and sunscreen from the store that I found to make it more powerful.
It was 100 FPS one that we found from Target.
And she couldn't get the top off, so she just squirted it in for like an hour. And she was like, "Oh my god, how much could they fit in this tube?"
She looked over and she used her scissors, and she could just cut the
she
top.
was like, "Oh fuck, I've wasted it." I was watching Victorious and I got distracted by the fact that I didn't have scissors. So just for an hour sweating the sunscreen in there. she's like actively. So she's going on a walk before she can finish the spell. She's like, "Oh my god,
fucking her hands are cramping." She's like, what is it going on? Why am I doing this? Like she forgets at some point. Like 2 hours in, there's like half the bottles.
She's like, "Oh my god!" It's not even like it's not a spray. It has to be squeezed out like toothpaste, and it's just all sticking in there. She's like, "How am I gonna get all the sunscreen out?"
Holy shit. That's so
but yeah,
funny.
Audrey, tell us your secrets as to how you fucking
are genuinely interested. I don't know how you do it.
Almost like you're translucent.
I go out in the sun for an hour, I'll get tan.
I can do a day, but on day 2 I'll get tan. I still don't understand the phrase that was said to us. I didn't know sunscreen worked past 50 SPF.
I think it's just like one of those things where you hear it, you don't think about it, and then you just kind of believe. It's like
the moon landing's fake.
Like Santa.
Okay.
Someone just tells you a guy comes on your chimney and gives you presents. Oh yeah, cool. And then one day you go, what the fuck?
Doesn't that freak? Do you think that ever freaked out? Like he was like,
it definitely
what?
did. Some people got freaked out. Someone did a stand up of that. I don't remember who. Hilarious.
Well, I'm glad that I'm on the same page as them.
Yeah, but like in reality though,
it's fucking
a terrifying idea. And you set out cookies and milk for them.
Yeah, that's a weird treat. That's a molester's treat.
Yeah. He only gives presents to children.
Does he?
It's mainly children.
Okay. I thought
whenever you see something, it's mainly children get the things.
It's just...
He's like a sweatshop of elves.
Sweatshop of elves. In the Netherlands, he has his 6 to 8 black men. Dude, I've told you about this 1,000 fucking times. There's in the Netherlands, every year, they used to be slaves. Now they're just his close friends. That's the actual story. That's the actual story. Santa Claus rides up on his white horse from Spain. He lives in Spain for the rest of the year.
Really?
This is the actual...
It's a beautiful place.
It's great.
Barcelona.
But from the story that I learned this from, the guy
Valencia.
goes, the problem with that is Santa doesn't speak Spanish.
He just lives in like a wine farm. It's in the middle of Spain.
Someone talks to him, he's like, no habla inglés. And then he's like, oh, fuck, I meant to say Espanol.
And they're just like, huh?
He just walks away.
You think he's really pale?
Santa? Mm-hmm. Absolutely. He lives where there's no light. Unless he lives in Spain, then I'm sure he's great.
Yeah, I was going to say he lives in fucking Spain.
If he lives in Spain, he's got a good...
What is he doing?
I do like your idea that he has a winery. He has a nice wine farm.
Little winery.
I like that idea for Santa. But anyway, what he does... So the children of the Netherlands are supposed to put their shoes near a door.
Oh, I know about this.
Yeah.
Like about the shoe part.
Do you know what he does if you are a bad child?
Takes a shit in it?
No. Santa and his 6 to 8 black men, they don't have an exact head count. They know it's 6 to 8, and you'd think after hundreds of years they'd figured that out. What they do is they take a sack, they put you in the sack, and they beat you with a switch. Or if you're...
Wait, each one of them have a switch, or they share one?
I think it's a shared, and then I think they kick you too. And if you're really fucking bad, Santa will put you in this sack and then take you back to Spain with him. So then maybe, I guess, then you're working on the winery. I also don't know what happens to the white horse. They say he rides up on the white horse, but then it's not... I guess he just puts it in the stable. Yeah.
Puts that in a meter.
He's like, how much?
I'm gonna pesos. God damn it.
He's in the Netherlands.
No,
he only has pesos.
I'm sure they use pesos. Or they use euros in Spain.
I think they use euros.
Probably euros.
Because it's, I don't know. We can't be, we're not in
I'm actually curious now. For myself, I'm looking at this
They don't use pesos.
It's a euro.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can't get behind the guy. Santa? Yeah.
Santa?
Even here, he does weird shit.
Huh?
We've made it really normal. But
he does what?
Here, he does weird shit.
Here, yeah.
He gives you presents, which is already creepy. But then if you're bad, he gives you a coal. Mm-hmm. Why'd we choose that?
Better than being beat by 6 to 8 black men with a switch in a bag.
Well, Santa also beats you. He doesn't just have a hit squad.
That explains the marks in my butt.
Yeah.
It's a hit squad of 6 to 8 black.
They dress like the Men in Black, and it's really scary. They knock on the door.
It's just one knock. And you instantly, you're like, huh.
You know it's December 25th, and your brain goes, and then you turn around to run, and they're already inside. And then they tie you up, and then they're like, "Fuck, this is the 10th one tonight."
But see, that's what I'm gonna wonder. Like, how they got to be efficient with it.
Yeah,
like it's definitely like a bus in a room, put the sack on, beep 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 beep, gone. Leave. It has to be quick
because you don't have enough time to focus on each individual child.
Yeah, you can't like.
Then do you think the child's like, man, I kind of wanted it to be longer.
Whoa. You think they ever got the wrong child?
Absolutely.
Just like a really
sick... He's like, what did I do?
He's a really, really, really sick kid. Yeah. And it's like maybe his last Christmas, and he's just been like a doll all year. He's like, oh, my last Christmas.
Doll.
I want my Christmas to be great.
Uh-huh.
Fucking 6 to 8 brolic black men bust through his like the window of his hospital room. Just beat the shit out of him.
And then Santa's like, that's what you get. He's like, I'm just sick. And they're like, oh,
wait, look at the list. Oh, he was number 1 on the good list.
Fucking.
The lawsuits they're gonna get.
They're gonna get fucked. I was using that.
You know what I think is gross that we do as a people that just feels normal?
Sewers.
Licking an envelope closed.
Yeah.
That's gross, man.
We should have come up with a better thing by now.
Like, why not tear-offs?
Especially now that we're in year 3 of a global pandemic.
And we still do it.
We still do it.
Don't get me wrong. Some envelopes taste fantastic.
They do. It's weird.
Admittedly,
it's a great taste.
Some taste fantastic.
Hey, Grandma, I'm writing you this note. I hope that you are doing well. I'm feeling a little under the weather.
Hope you fucking die.
I'm feeling a little under the weather right now, but I hope you're well. And then you get... diagnosed with COVID, and you just sent that lick
You sounded
stamp.
just like drinking a potion in Minecraft.
I don't know. You send that stamp. Now you've killed your grandma. That's what I'm getting at.
So I'm gonna kill that bitch now.
Oh, shit, I killed her with my spit.
It was all just an elaborate ruse
to kill your grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody hates their grandma secretly.
I don't hate my grandma.
I don't hate my grandma. Nobody should hate their grandma unless their grandma like killed their dad.
Yeah, or like a Nazi.
You really have to reevaluate a lot if you find a secret Nazi memorabilia room in the house of one of your relatives.
I would look through all of it.
You got to.
In awe.
You got to look at it, and then you...
Like, admittedly, I'm not going to lie.
It's horror.
I think it'd be pretty cool to find this piece of history that's just been hidden and all like this personal things from a time
is a big word.
I think cool in the fact of a history standpoint. Not cool in the fact of, oh, my grandma was a Nazi? Fucking sick, dude.
I can't wait to tell the boys.
No, more like cool, like, holy shit, what kind of like teleported, like, where did I teleport into?
Yeah.
You find all these records and all that shit.
I think it's just the use of the word cool. I think fascinating's a better word.
For me, it'd be kind of cool.
I would.
Just because I like history. And
I mean, cool. I like history, but I wouldn't be like, great, my uncle's a Nazi.
Not great, like, oh, cool, they're a Nazi. Oh, cool, all this shit's here.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Comme ci, comme ça. It feels same difference.
In what language?
I think Italian.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me.
What?
They speak Portuguese in Brazil.
Do they really?
Mm-hmm. They don't speak Brazilian.
I was
Speak
about to say
Portuguese.
Brazilian isn't a language
Yeah.
though. It's just an ethnicity.
I know. Yeah. Because there's this lady at work who says she speaks Portuguese. I'm like, where from Portugal are you from?
Yeah.
She's like, I'm from Sao Paulo, Brazil. And I was like,
Wouldn't it be funny if you said I'm from Miami, Florida?
yeah, but
That makes sense,
It's America,
too.
melting
Yeah.
pot. Why do they speak Portuguese? I don't understand.
I feel
that.
like you hit a point where you're just like, we don't need our own. Just choose one. Also, I like to imagine that at the start of a civilization, they're just like spin the wheel, and then whatever it lands on, they're like, that's the language. Russian. Great. I'm glad we're off the coast of New Zealand. Let's share a quick story. One time we were driving to go get tennis equipment, I believe, and we were listening to Green Hill Zone in the car.
And on full blast.
Full blast.
Driving like 15 over.
We were going
Zooming.
fast down the highway.
Vibing.
On the other side of this road was a horrendous 15-car pileup.
Okay, we don't know what happened, but
Look,
all
it
we
was
know,
a lot of
all we
cars.
know is that we get on the highway, gridlock traffic on the other side. We're just flying. Then periodically we would see cop car go by.
People in
Ambulance,
trouble, death.
another ambulance,
And
two
we're just-
fire trucks, and we're just vibing. And there's smoke in the background,
Yeah.
explosions, alien lasers.
It was as if it
no
was
alien lasers, no
hilarious.
explosion smoke, but there was still a lot of
There was a lot
emergency
of
vehicles.
Like it was an emergency.
yeah, something bad happened.
Something bad happened.
Something bad had happened.
And we were blissfully unaware. I had the idea earlier today about selective narcolepsy, where you could just choose to fall asleep whenever you wanted.
Oh, so you mean like sleeping?
No. Like you just you're out. It's like narcolepsy in the sense that
Narcolepsy
there's no
is
build up.
terrifying.
It's a yeah.
I wouldn't want to live by narcolepsy.
Especially if you're driving, like that's so
Anything,
scary.
you can't live.
You can live.
Not really. You can't really work in a public setting
Why?
because all of a sudden you're taking an order from somebody and
You just tell them, "Hey, I have narcolepsy,"
you pass the fuck out.
and then they're fine because they know you
You're
have
working over a
narcolepsy.
stove, pass the fuck out.
You have wear gloves.
Making a drink, pass the fuck
You
out.
could wear gloves.
Yeah, gloves are gonna stop your face from catching on fire.
You wear like a ski mask out of gloves. Fuck! Are you kidding me?
Camera gang.
This podcast is over. I'm done with this.